Cart number 2 with the Tilly swap. Out of the box, it is everything you want your go-kart motor to be. Thoroughly, highly impressed. Top speed on the cheap MPH app was 31 out of the box. The Hyson was 21 out of the box. With the stage 1 kit, I was pulling about 29. Just took the governor hostage. Zip tied him all up. This is for the Tilly. Still haven't added the stage 1 kit. Have a stage 1 kit. No governor on cart number 1. Cart number 1 seems to run not as fast without a governor. And it's getting a Tilly swap probably today too. Couple things I wanted to show you if you decide to go with the stage 1 kit on your factory Hyson Coleman KT196. This is the engine. Let's see if I have them here. As you can see, I cut the breather tube short for the gas tank. The vent kit, that barb was very small, so metal clamps. I advise that heavily. If you cut the vent tube, the orange one supplied with the kit, if you cut that vent tube in half, you'll have essentially 2, and use a metal clamp, and also it fits real nice and snug here under the plate that the original intake housing fit on. So let me find these grommets. Walk back over here to the right here. So stage 1 kit, factory KT196 Hyson. These grommets I found at Bumper to Bumper. They look like they're maybe about 3/8 diameter. They fit perfectly, see if you can see that, inside of the valve cover. So now you just don't have that shoved into just the metal valve cover. It fits nice and snug inside that grommet. And if you wanted to put a little gasket maker around there, you could. I chose not to. Something I wanted to show you also, this is Cart 2's motor. This is where you take the carburetor apart, the bowl off. This is actually a drain plug for when you do service the carburetor. There's a gasket under there. You can usually tell the difference between something if it's meant to be taken apart, or just like your oil plug drain plug, there's usually a little gasket there. So that's so you can drain the gas out before servicing the carburetor. Let's see. One difference between the Tilly and the Hyson is the spline bolt. I think this is a metric something, maybe something by 8. On the Tilly, it is I think 5/16 24. In order to use, everything will work as far as the old clutch. This is taken off too. I ended up putting a cheap little Chinese one on. It worked better because I was smoking belts, and I'll tell you why I was smoking belts and smoked these bearings. The shaft is shorter on a Tilly, so you will have to get a longer bolt. I think you will need a 5/16 24 by 2. That's what I have on Cart 2 over there with the Tilly on it. I've been using these just little spacers. Made a galvanized piping, real crudely cut, but what they do is they bring this well, you get it. this tight. I kind of banged it up a little bit, but anyways, basically it was getting the pulley out enough where because from the factory these things are so misaligned with the jack shaft pulley that we were smoking belts. I mean, I literally spent a couple $100 in belts, and then finally wised up and went and bought just 5 3-packs on eBay for $20. And so on cart 2, it works perfect. I mean, I haven't smoked a belt, and then with the stronger motor, and I've yet to have any 0 belt problems since I realized how misaligned that was. This stage 1 kit is going to go on the Tilly. Like I said, something else I want to show you too is this is the Moto header by Gopowersports.com. Sounds great. And then what I did was I ported the header. I took a Dremel inside there and got that step off where the flange meets the pipe, and to no fault of Gopowersports, that's why they probably advise you to buy a support bracket for your header. Probably my fat body leaning on this thing, and because I've got the burn marks to prove it, I've split the header, so I've got another one coming from Gopowersports, and I do plan on porting it again because it did sound amazing, and it just gave the exhaust note a pulse that sounded more efficient, and I knew it was probably helping the engine. So I got one of these coming. Like I said, their welds look good. Their welds are nice and thick. It was probably just me, 200-something pounds leaning on it, and but the header sounds great. I'm going to probably use this for some other project, along with either cart 1 or cart 2 or cart 1's engine. So if you do buy the Coleman KT196, first thing you want to do, absolute issue you want to address is that splined, that gap and that alignment. As you can see, I haven't got the spacer on this one, and you can see how out of alignment it is. But yeah, super excited about the Tillys. Like I said, it is a beast. It just has so much low end torque that I mean, it's what they're saying it is. I mean, it's not a factory race motor, but it is definitely something to build upon. A great with the bigger, with the larger poundage valve springs, and that 10,000 RPM flywheel, which don't let them mislead you. If you read into the Tillotson E, they can sustain the 10,000 RPM, but it's only for like a few seconds. So, but it is something great to build on. I just looked at I can't remember the name of the other engine. I think it's called a Wildcat. It's a stroke motor, about the same price as this, but it only lists as 7 horsepower. This thing listed, 10 at first, and I was, pretty much referring to it as a Tilly 10. And, now Gopowersports is saying on their 2021 dyno, it's, 9 plus or whatever. But I can believe every bit of it, and I'm very, very happy with the purchase. I'm going to be looking into trying to integrate the Coleman's factory kill switch into the wiring here. May get a hold of the guy, I think his name's Tyler at Gopowersports. One of my engines shipped from a different warehouse. I think one of them shipped from them in Keller, and I sent him an email, and he got back with me immediately and was like, man, if you don't get this resolved in a couple of days, we'll look into it, we'll investigate, and we'll definitely get your second motor out. I mean, he seemed very very set on helping me out and making sure I was happy, and I appreciate that. Like I said before, they have a reputation. It's not based on bullshit. It's based on they're a great company, and they stand behind their products. Something I did notice today is I lost a tooth on cart 2 sprocket. I don't know if that's called a jack shaft sprocket, or I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm kind of getting new into carts and small engine craft and things like that, and maybe once that goes, if I can look into maybe, I don't know, doing something with sprocket change sizes for gearing and things of that nature. That might be something in the future, but I try to buy spare parts and stuff. I bought some spare tires. That's another thing. If you buy a Coleman KT196, is I've already went through basically a set of front tires on the cart 2, which is the one that's tillied up. It'll have the blue filter. I'd recommend Amazon. You can get a couple for like under $40. Probably ship prime for free. Definitely, I ended up buying a total of 4 more and 2 rears, and the reason I did that is because since I've got the power now with the stage 1 kits, I plan on putting the racks back on the back, and man, I even looked into like roto packs that you put on like a Jeep, and put them on there, and maybe go on just some trail rides, not necessarily racing them, but I can basically throw the rack on there, throw a couple of the tool sets that came with it, throw a couple of front and a rear spare on it, throw a small gas tank on the rack, and basically just go for some trail rides. You normally, rivers have nice trails along them and things like that. And where there's good dirt bike trails, you could probably get up in the cart. That's one good thing about them, is they're small enough that if you get them stuck, you can just pull them on out. They're about 300 pounds, and I'm 200 pounds, and with this Tilly, I'm telling you, it is getting me around the yard the way I want a go-kart and the way I expected a go-kart to be. So, I got the Colemans for about $1,300 a piece, and then I've got probably, with the Gopowersports, these are out of stock now, but I found mine on Amazon, shipped for free for $249. They had them on sale at Gopowersports for $199. You can get the hop-up kits, the stage 1 kits for $69. Under $300, under $2,000. Even with these lights, the Victogen, light kits for them. That's headlights and rear lights set. You're under $2,000, and to me that just seemed like more sense than buying like a Candy for $2,500, and then they have another Coleman that's got a couple of different sets of lights on it and longer travel suspension. But basically I wanted something to build upon, and man, I'm super happy with the Tilly purchases. I can't tell you enough how fast these things make. They make it. That's what you wanted, and I haven't even put the stage 1 kits. But like I said, here's my zip ties and some 10mm 12. Just took the gas tank off and just took the governor hostage. Put a zip tie on him, and I'm gonna go out and get another see what kind of like I said, out of the box I was about 31 miles an hour out there on the road. So I'll maybe get another video in today later on, and maybe an update video or something like that. But man, I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, if you're looking to buy a Coleman cart, these do fit. They do work. That is the 5/16 by 24 bolt. Let's see here. I bought like several lengths just to make sure I had the one. I think it, like I said, was the 2-inch. And of course, a washer and a lock washer also, when putting it on. And then there's that spacer there. It's just a piece of 1/2-inch galvanized cut pipe. I do like the dual oil plugs on the Tillies. And real happy with it, man. I hope you all hope you enjoy the video, and like, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and comment if you have to. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And like I said, new to the game, and very excited about it, and having so much fun, man. I mean, just an amazing amount of fun. And if you got a blue heeler, it's hard to get anything done, because that's all they want to do is play. But that's all right. And he likes chasing the carts around. So thank you.